Hey everybody, it's your pal Drew Dracy, and 30-year comic book industry veteran, and big-time comic fan nerd from, I think, when I came out of the womb. So, Nova, man, I totally dug this, because he was a teenager, and he was supposed to be the 70s version of Spider-Man, because Spider-Man already had all this history. I love the costume. Marv Wolfman actually designed it in the fanzine, and I guess they haven't really done Nova in the MCU, but I think it's going to be one of those things. As soon as it's in the MCU, maybe Marvel will sue for a piece of the action, and that has mixed results. Bill Manilow, of course, got credit on screen. I think if you get created by on screen, I think that on Marvel movies anyway, I think that means, you get a little, a piece of the action, which deservedly so. Even though this predates the work for hire, the work for hire, that's stuff that's kind of ironclad, where you cannot really dispute it, because work for hire was just exactly that. It wasn't. You didn't own these characters. So, but anyway, I wanted to like this book more, but in the first few issues I was like high as a kite on it. I was like, yeah, he's a teenager, he has shitty grade, he's the opposite of Peter Parker, and I love the logo, everything about it. This came out in 76, so it was an early issue that had 30 cents on it, like right after. This is issue 2, Marv Wolfman, writer-editor. Michelle Wolfman is the colorist. You see, that's a cool thing. I mentioned this before, how for Bush Birdwatcher, is that, a lot of times a spouse or brother or somebody will pitch in on one of the other pieces of the craft. So he comes zipping in, beautiful John Buscema stuff. He only did the 2 first issues, just like Ms. Marvel, and then Sal took over, which was, fine, because Sal's pretty good. The Condor. I don't know. Is that his name? The Condor, yeah. This is before that movie that came out in the early 80s. So, Rich Rider flies back to Hempstead, Long Island. Come on, focus. There you go. It retells the story how he just got this random beam from a dying alien who transformed the powers. It's Green Lantern's origin, essentially, except that his origin happened in a hospital. He was in the hospital with his loved ones around him. He shoots these beams out of his eyes, and nobody blinks about it. They don't, everybody forgets about it. And you have the brainy little brother, you have the mom and dad, but they're just not. This book has always been more plot driven than personality driven, and I did like this at first, but there is the Condor. I like the design. It's like 1 week to at most, and then the Condor strikes, clawing his name into the annals of crime. It's first High Lord and Emperor. All my plans have been carefully formulated, all my actions programmed and computer selected. It's like Emperor of Crime. No offense, you're a winged guy. Maybe you're super strong, I don't know, but Lord of Crime's kind of funny. So, Powerhouse is gone. I will order him not to leave. Hold on a second, I got an ant crawling on my glasses. Those things are fucking tenacious. But we put ant bait out today, so hopefully that'll be in. There's Powerhouse without his costume. And he puts it on. I love that design. I don't know who designed either of those characters. Maybe John Romita. I don't know. Maybe Sal. I don't recall any sketches of these characters from Marv Wolfman. So he's kind of like a whipped puppy who's kind of lost. He doesn't have memory, and Condor's sort of giving him some purpose. He found him in the water. Love that pose, man. And a bully picks on Rich Rider, and he's just a dick. So, golly, Like, I'll promise you that. I'll put your face on the sidewalk. He sees Condor, goes after him, goes right through a chimney. Really good storytelling. Well, there's a fire in the basement because little brother was fucking around with some chemicals and just decided, hey, whoops. So they're coming back. He's like, Nova, destroy him, Powerhouse, but don't dare question me, fool. I said destroy him now. I must use the parchments in the mummy's case before the Dreaded One learns what I've done. So, lovely, lovely. I like that. I love that. Look at that pose on Nova there. So he takes off to become the Lord of Crime. Throws a fire extinguisher. Diamond Head is really cool too. But like I said, the Rich Rider is okay. He's kind of soap opera. She kind of whines like Peter Parker, but it's not as nuanced. And second of all, his parents are so... They're not characters. They're just there. It's like, generic guy as the father, generic gal as the mother. I mean, and it's mostly plot, but I really was disappointed in this. And then the second year, when Carmen Infantino took over, I was really actually dropped it. And after about 5 months before it got canceled, and I feel bad. I'm always ragging on him, and I shouldn't. But Iron Man. Now, this is a nice little special thing. David Michelin and Bob Layton returned to the Armor Wars. So this is supposed to take place back after the Armor Wars, hence the armor. This was one of those things that... Oh, here we go. 258.1. So it's supposed to take place before 258 and 259. And that's kind of funny, but I like it. I mean, it embeds the story, which is great. And Dave Ross did some nice stuff, and because he's doing breakdowns actually, and letting Layton finish him. And wow, he's never looked so good before. Let's see, beautiful. And here's the thing: when Tim Zahn was inking West Coast Avengers, a lot of the line work on the face was really heavy, and it made everybody look like they had black eyes, like they got punched in the eyes. That's a beautiful spread. Wow. Good times. That was great. I hate movie posters that just have to show the actor. Whatever happened to like Drew Struzan and great stuff like that. But, people go after celebrities. A lot of stuff going on. It's really a great combo, though. Okay. Now, that's a really well done face. And in the past, it was done so heavy handed. Like I said, it looked like he got a black eye from a fight. So I really recommend this. And I don't know why it's not reprinted. There's a lot of McElhaney Layton stuff that hasn't been reprinted, like Bad Blood, which was 4 issues around 2000. Hoping they get to it sometime. Maybe they'll do like a modern epic collection with it. So we are going to Jack Staff, one of my favorite books. Unfortunately, it hadn't really sold well. I mean, there are a bunch of, let me think, there's like 5 trade paperbacks of Jack Staff, and I love it. He's basically Union Jack. It was Paul Grist's take on it, and his art style is very Mike Mignola, but with simpler lines, as you'll see here. And that costume's great. He's got a staff. See, Paul Grist, writer artist, and Craig Conlon on colors. I know that's how they spell colors in Europe and stuff like that. So, great storytelling. And the lettering. That lettering is so great. He's just... I'm repeating myself. It's great. It's so great. You're the Freedom Fighters, are you? Tommy Twister. Wait. Tommy Twister, Jack Staff, Sergeant States, Blazing Glory. So they're, stand-ins for the invaders. And then there's a Nightmare Dream. One of the characters gets. I love that. It's like you may not be able to tell it, but it's like a real dark green, like a forest green. And like I said, it may seem simple, but it's the best artist can get a story told with minimum lines, and then everything after that is just, it's just decoration. And every time a chapter changes, he reintroduces these characters again with the title. Oh, window dressing is the word I was looking for. You can tell a story, but if you can't, then all the window dressing in the world's not going to save it. So, she is Becky the Vampire Hunter. Oh, just piss off. I loved getting this series. Now, when it came out in trade, I bought them again. So, now we go to a really sensational book people might have forgotten. Superman versus Predator. This is 2 of 3. It is Alex Believe. This is before he became the superstar on Daredevil for a couple of years. And David McElhaney is the writer. This is the second. Is it? Let me see. Oh, no, I don't know. It might be the first one. Matt Hollingsworth is a fantastic colorist. And I believe he sort of paved the way for make this rougher stuff more acceptable in superhero comics. And just all the nuances, the acting, it's so natural. I totally dig that. I love that. There were times when I was freelancing at DC before I went to CrossGen that sometimes I wouldn't fill in my blacks all the way because I noticed Joe Sinnott doesn't do that. He'll leave little chips of white in there. I'm like, yeah, it's good enough for Sinnott. Upshot. So really, really great stuff. Yeah, baby. Really, really cool. I recommend the miniseries. And I think there were 2 of them. I can't remember who did the other one. So really recommend it. Now this one here, you'll have to pardon the condition it's in. I was going to use it, and then I somehow smushed it. I stepped on it with another Jim Starlin, Dave Bautista. Chris Bautista. I'm confusing him with the guy who plays Drax. Spaceknights. Now here, this story came about because Chris Bautista loved ROM Space Knight, but Marvel no longer had the licensing rights. So he found Jim Starlin, and they talked, and they decided to do a miniseries called Spaceknights. And I don't know if it's ever been reprinted, but this was definitely, I would say this is, let me try and straighten this out. Like I said, it's already damaged, so I'm not doing any more damage to it, because it's hard to turn the pages. And this was, see, there's a starshine right there. Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello. Dire wraiths, but I love the honeycomb with the hexagon effects. And they talk about it. And there's a guy from Galador who was ROM Space Knight. And like I said, this was a passion project for Chris Bautista. I inked a couple pages of him in Green Lantern 90. It was somebody who was in a hospital. That's all I remember. But I don't get credited on the book because the book ran so late, but I got paid for it, so that's all I cared about. Man, that's super friggin' badass. So I don't know if they did anything more with the Space Knights. This just sort of seemed like a... whoa, Starshine. Okay, I'm kind of shocked. That is one of the best designs. I'm wondering, I think maybe Simonson redesigned that as well as he did for the Dire Wraiths. But there's Firefall. You are the only woman I think of. I'm not singing that right. Sentry, Hammerhand, Terminator, Scan. Lightning bolt. Terminator, by the way, was a character that was used in the first ROM series, right, 1979. So he's not taking it from the movie. But anyway, there's a band called Firefall, and I can't sing that song. So that's it for now. And I'm gonna be dumping a lot of these on you because some of these books I'm donating to the library. And as I was doing it, I'm like, oh, this would be a good book to cover. So anyway, talk to you later. Bye.